Alexander sent me this first, and I must share it with you before we talk about XRP. In my view, this piece was superb. The odds of winning the lottery are extremely low, at less than 1 in 100,000, or practically nothing. In this respect, XRP is distinct from the lottery. There is a 99% probability of achieving significant financial success with XRP in 5 years. Just give it some time. On the same cycle that you bought your XRP, you also bought a winning lottery ticket. A price range of 27 to 50L for XRP is still being proposed by even the most conservative thinkers. 5, 8, 9, and $1,000 are the predictions of the most optimistic. My prediction is that XRP will hit the 4 and 5-digit mark at some point, giving you the option to cash out your winnings or ride out the inevitable price increases that will occur over the next several months. The passage of time is the only certain thing. Updates on Ethereum, a prediction for the price of XRP, and the rationale behind Remittance's moniker as the following XRP. A new XRP token will not be created. With XRP, the future is bright. Do you know why XRP will always have a loyal following? And why do the powerful consider it a precursor to something even better? There are XRP killers among the purported XRP alternatives, for the reason that Ripple has been laying the groundwork for XRP to operate on for over a decade now. They still need another decade before they even lay the rails. Do not worry, RP is not going anywhere. Let XRP be your future. Since the majority of XRP holders are capable of performing simple arithmetic, I fail to understand why it was included in the updated XRP wealthy list. On the other hand, have a look at the 2,396 XRP required to crack the top 10 and join the 1% club. Because many people will sell their whole bag in this cycle, and then quickly come to regret it. I don't think it will even make it into the top 10. I hope you won't put too much money into XRP. Alternatively, I suggest you put whatever money you have into it so you can relax and watch it all come together. Ripple has invested over $300 billion in acquisitions and strategic initiatives. People actually do the following when they remark, "Oh, Ripple's dumping on the XRP community," in relation to the XRP escrow, making XRP more valuable by the acquisition of related businesses. You are aware that Ripple will remain in existence. The idea that Ripple would disappear and abandon the XRP community is still widely held. Those things will never happen. With these moves, Ripple could soon overtake Amazon as the biggest company in the world. Their future size will exceed that of Walmart, Amazon, and Home Depot put together. When Ripple becomes a bank, we will be its branches. When this happens, you should sell all of your XRP, according to market experts. He is supposedly alluding to the period when lawmakers were forbidden from engaging in stock trading, as stated in this article. That makes no sense in the context of cryptocurrencies, but it wouldn't be a good moment to dump all of my XRP. Most of these politicians would rather avoid dealing with Bitcoin than us, and we're cryptocurrency investors, not stock market investors. Their goal is to have it vanish. They would like to stay in the current system. Every day, the existing system is being trampled. Many of these lawmakers end up with multi-millionaire fortunes, despite having very little money when they run for office. Some of them may even become billionaires before they depart from Congress. I brought up Binance's XRP loading in the last video. As you may remember, since Binance traders are becoming increasingly bullish about XRP near further next, the exchange is currently seeing a large influx of users and traders. More people are getting into the long side of XRP than the short side, which means the price is likely to go up from here. Investors know that FOMO is coming for XRP when they get bullish on one of these exchanges. People quickly start to wonder if someone is trying to manipulate the price of XRP, or if people are selling their XRP in huge quantities on exchanges. However, this is only speculation. An upcoming piece will provide an explanation for Binance's big XRP investment by the end of 2025. Experts predict that by the year's end, artificial intelligence agents will be overseeing 25% of DeFi assets. I believe that AI agents are only now making their debut. All of this is happening behind the scenes already. Nonetheless, I anticipate their widespread adoption. All parties engaged in this industry will aspire to have an AI agent. If you want to maximize the value of your cryptocurrency, you should program that AI agent to do all your job while you indulge in your wildest dreams. The AI will be accessible all year at all times. Everyone is talking about how XRP can generate income right now, and that AI agent can keep making money for you even when you don't do anything. The Jimmy Baz of Caleb and Brown is this guy. The dangers of XRP yield are addressed by him. I should probably preface this tape with the warning that there's a good chance you might lose all of your XRP if you fall for their tricks, even if they promise you a 20% return on your investment. Just give this a listen. I see what you're saying. All of us are interested in yield generation, that much is certain. Unfortunately, I have hunted yields in the past. Several protocols have yielded results. For example, Celsius and BlockFi were prominent in 2021. Unbeknownst to you, even though I am receiving these fantastic APIs, my assets are really in grave danger behind the scenes. Even our clients who prefer to seek yield elsewhere should be aware of the risks involved before doing so. For example, if you're being offered yields on XRP, which is not stated as a native staking asset, there's counterparty risk. As a result, they are likely earning a profit by lending out your assets to other parties or by utilizing a network like Flare to wrap your XRP inside Flare and generate a dividend that way. However, there are also smart contract risks involved with that. Ain't nothing free round here. There is always some degree of danger when you are offered a yield. It is ultimately up to the client's risk tolerance to decide whether they are willing to put that underlying asset at risk in order to get that income. So, as you pointed out, we've taken a relatively cautious approach as a company. Therefore, all we do is offer spot trading. Our clients' assets are safe from counterparty risk and all other potential threats. In the end, it depends on the client's risk tolerance. Do your homework, that's all I would say. The XRP ledger and the AM's DeFi features are starting to garner a lot of attention. It has only just begun to take shape. That being said, clients must be aware that there are risks involved in trying to generate a yield someplace. There is inherently a degree of danger. The danger increases in proportion to the yield. There will be more secure ways to profit from your XRP holdings when more institutions join the market. For the time being, though, keep in mind that there is no such thing as a free lunch if you're interested in taking the chance. I've seen XRP offers that go as high as 12% yield, yet he says otherwise. I would never put my faith in something like that. That dividend has to come from someplace, therefore they're taking a big risk with your XRP. Throughout the year, the all-season index reaches its peak. Is the biggest rally since 2024 going to start any minute now? The entire season is currently a hot topic. Well thought-out strategy will be required when it begins, and I mean really begins, and mayhem ensues. Also, you need to adhere to it. During this cycle, there will be many people trying to get in touch with you, therefore it's important that you resist their influence. You have to think about the money coming in at the same time as the real life events happening at the same time. Pay close attention to where we stand in relation to ETFs and regulations right now. Can you tell me what XRP is for? Because its intended use is the transfer of monetary and other assets, you should also keep an eye on its operation. The future of tokenization is bright. Be very reasonable at all times, since a large sum of money will soon be added to the XRP ledger. Everyone will be so hopeful about cryptocurrencies, and the excitement will make it hard to focus. After all, people will be calling you. Hey, do you see now as an opportune moment to invest in cryptocurrency? You've heard of it. Has it passed the best time for me to invest in cryptocurrency? Reason being, in the coming months, everyone will be looking to make a profit. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are all the rage, on television and in newspapers. Remember everything you've learned so far as an XRP holding? Okay, I showed you how the rails have been set up since 2022. You can see how much it has increased since 2022. Although Ripple has already had a profound effect on society, it is impossible